And hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our next episode. This is episode 51. I am your host, the Giga Gamer Dad, and with me is BPDC PTSD, also known
Hey.
as Panda. How are you, Panda?
Spring has sprung, and
Yeah.
nobody can tell me otherwise. My
hmm
sinuses are not happy. Otherwise, I'm doing pretty good.
That's great because, I mean, my sinuses have kicked my ass. I just got over being sick as well. And it's just been a great time all around.
Right?
So work was busy.
It was busy, which is good. And then Tuesday, I start my training for management.
Oh, nice.
My manager really pushed her upper management to put me through training. She's like, I need an assistant manager. She's like, I can't do this by myself.
hmm
So
Well, that's great. I mean, always
yeah.
getting the move up is awesome. I am also back to work, so that is fantastic. I missed being able to do stuff with my hands.
That's not building Legos.
I actually haven't touched the new Lego set in a while. I have one that is planned, but I haven't gotten to it
Right.
yet. Been playing a lot of like Fallout 76 and Redfall and stuff.
I haven't played anything in the last 2 weeks.
Wow, that's not the best then. I mean, you've been sick, so that
No.
might be why, right?
Yeah. It's
There we
just
go.
been although if you guys are looking for a good show, I'm sure you've already seen it, knowing you guys, but I started Outlander.
Yeah, we got partway through it before we quit
Bro.
because they come to the US in a later season, and as soon as they got to the US, we were like, yeah, we're done because we like Scotland.
Yeah. It's scandalous.
Well,
It's a
we've been
crazy show.
they get to the Battle of Culloden, and Jordan and I have been to that battle site, so it's pretty cool. What was that?
Why don't you just so well traveled?
We honeymooned in Scotland.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we honeymooned in Scotland, saw my family castle in Stonehaven, and then
Ooh.
took trains all the way down to um, London, and we saw Hamilton in London.
Ooh. That'd be a good time.
That was a great time. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us once again, this is episode 51. We got a few news stories for you today. Highguard is shutting down, Marathon is a mess, and we are going to be talking about Project Helix. So, it's been one hell of a week. And I can't say that I didn't expect this to happen with Highguard. So, especially with the way it was going, like today, if you're watching this, today is March 11th. So, this is going to hit. This is pretty good to hit. Do we want to start?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 news stories today, so might as well start powering through. This is at the Gamer by oh Jesus. This is at the Gamer by George Foster. After just a month, Highguard is permanently shutting down next week. This was published March 3rd, so this was published last week, and this is coming in today. After barely over a month, the official Highguard account has confirmed that the game is going to shut down forever next week on March 12th. So for us, that's tomorrow. Not counting its eternal comparison point Concord, there hasn't been a game that suffered a tragic fate as tragic a fate as Highguard in quite some time. Originally revealed as the final announcement of last year's the Game Award showcase. Jesus, being sick is killing me, I guess. Highguard was brutally mocked by pretty much everyone as being a disappointing showstopper. Things didn't get much better from there, as Highguard launched to some very mixed reviews, and its player count, which was mostly comprised of people seeing what the fuss was about, quickly plummeted. After a recent string of layoffs, it seemed inevitable the game would be shut down soon, and that's exactly what is happening. We don't need to look at this because it's not going to come up anyways. Over on Twitter, the official Highguard account confirmed that its final update, which will also shut the game down forever, is going to happen next week on March 12th. The message thanks those who played the game and believed in what we were building, while pointing out that over 2 million players ended up giving Highguard a try. Despite that, the remaining developers at Wildlight admit that Highguard was not been able to build a sustainable player base to support the game in the long run. That means that servers are going to be shut down forever next week, which the team hopes gives the fans a chance to jump in with us one more time to show your support. In a sad twist of fate, it seems like Highguard's final update is actually going to add a decent bit of content to say goodbye with, as it'll come with a new warden, another weapon, some account level progression, and skill trees. On the face of it, it looks like Wildlight had plenty more in the tank for Highguard that it will now for never get to show the world. If you're instantly wondering whether Highguard lasted longer than Concord, the answer is yes, since PlayStation's infamously short-lived hero shooter only lasted around 2 weeks. Highguard ended up staying online for double that time, but still goes to show just how difficult it is to break into the live service space right now. Now, we knew this was going to happen. I had a sinking suspicion this was going to happen. It's competing against juggernauts like Overwatch, Apex Legends. Even if it's indirectly, it's competing against things like League of Legends that has a huge player base still. Like, getting into the live service market is not easy, especially for first-person shooters.
Unless you're Battlefield or Call of Duty.
Even then, they're not doing that great right now.
Call of Duty is not doing great at all.
Let's dive into our next story, because this piggybacks off the one we just talked about.
Yep.
This was published March 3rd, the same day, by Kyle Knight on Game Rant. Former Highguard dev explains... I hate my mouse. My mouse wheel button, I think, is broke. Former Highguard dev explains why the shooter failed. A former Wildlight Entertainment employee and senior level designer for Highguard has speculated that the shooter failed because it leaned too much into the competitive scene. Alex Garner, who previously worked on massive AAA shooters like Apex Legends and Battlefield 6, says Wildlight was attempting to build a new ambitious game with Highguard, but the studio ended up going all in on the dedicated 3v3 mode, which ultimately requires tons of communications between teammates and was likely why the game saw such a sudden and large drop in players. Highguard was a part of last year's massive Game Awards event, which also featured reveals for the new Divinity game, The Forest 3, Star Wars Fate of the Old Republic, Tomb Raider Catalyst, and many more. Despite the ceremony being filled with huge reveals, the coveted final spot on the night was taken by Highguard, with rumors suggesting that Wildlight didn't even need to pay for the spot. Although unconfirmed, it was said that host Geoff Keighley loved the game so much during his early preview that he insisted on it appearing at the event, despite Wildlight's plans to shadow drop the game earlier this year. The reveal sadly set Highguard up for failure, with thousands taking up to social media to blast the shooter before it was even released. Wildlight had little to no marketing for Highguard in the weeks after the event, but all the talk online continued, which then resulted in the shooter peaking at nearly 100,000 concurrent players on Steam at launch. Unfortunately, these numbers fell hard and fast, which promptly led to Wildlight laying off most of its staff. Now, in an interview with Quad Damage Podcast, transcribed by PC Games N, former senior level designer Alex Garner has given his thoughts on why Highguard failed, citing too much of a focus on the competitive scene as the core reason. I can only speak to my side of it as a level designer, but when I joined the Wildlight, it was trying to figure out this new ambitious game, and this team is always pushing the boundaries, Garner said. Developer goes on to explain how development really leaned into the competitive side of it, which he says was always one of his biggest fears as a player. According to Garner, Highguard's core mode was constantly evolving during development, but the team eventually leaned too far into the competitive scene when Wildlight decided to go full on 3v3 aspect of the game. 3v3 duos is always the sweatiest version of anything like Battle Royale. Objective modes, wingman, you know it, you name it. It requires such a high intensity of communication with your team and team play that it doesn't leave much room for casualness. I think that was the biggest thing that turned a lot of players off of Highguard, the former Wildlight dev explained. We don't have to go into a lot more of this because that's pretty much the gist of what the whole article is going to be saying. I think, yeah, a competitive game like Highguard is going to fight to try and get anybody to play it. Because here's the thing. I don't know about you, but as a 30-something dad, I don't have time to be competitive anymore. I don't.
With my daughter being older, it's a little easier. But like playing Rainbow with the boys was always so difficult.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it was time consuming, especially since most of the guys don't have kids.
Yep. And that's the thing. Like when you have no responsibilities other than going to work and coming home for the day, you can do whatever you want when you get home.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I come home, I have to help either try and put the kids to bed or get stuff done around the house or do something that sitting down to play something competitive, I need something I can just pause and keep moving.
Yeah.
And that goes to show that, like, I think the average age of a gamer is 35. And most of us are in that bracket where we have a lot of things to do nowadays.
Well, the other part of it too was with Highguard,
Mm-hmm.
you could have a 5-minute game and you could have an hour game. It wasn't consistent.
Yeah. I mean, at least with Apex, it's kind of consistent. There's a timer.
Yeah. There's that, and it's like because it was capture the flag along with search and destroy.
Yep.
So it's like it was just too time consuming.
Yep.
But sometimes, like if you had a good team, like you'd run through the other team, and it was fine. But it wasn't consistent enough.
Yeah. I don't think we're missing a lot. Like, it sucks for those devs that put all that energy into making that game. But unfortunately, it's a really competitive market. And if you don't already have a foothold in it, it's not going to really succeed. Speaking of that live service market, we got another one, but this is about Marathon of all things, a game that just released within this last week. And it is the Bungie live service game that they made. You know, the guys that made like Halo and Destiny. Yeah. Let's dive into that.
Bungie's back, huh?
Oh, it doesn't sound like it.
Oh?
This is at the Gamer. Unfortunately, Marathon employs every microtransaction and gotcha technique ever invented. This is by Jack Coleman, published March 6th, 2026. So a few days ago. After a tumultuous development cycle, Bungie's new extraction shooter Marathon has been released. As you can imagine, Marathon is a lot different than Marathon. Okay, let me go back. Marathon 2026 is a lot different than the Marathon from 1994. Just as Bungie, who has also become a very different studio over the past 3 decades. There's nothing that encapsulates the change in Bungie's DNA more than the aggressive monetization of Marathon. We all understand that creating games is an expensive endeavor, and we all understand that capitalism necessitates never ending growth. To AAA developers need to find ways of creating consistent revenue to please investors and executives. However, there are tasteful ways of monetizing a game and a distasteful ways of monetizing a game, and Bungie leans into the latter with Marathon. And I love how it says putting the extract and extraction shooter. Firstly, Marathon is a $40 game, is not a free-to-play experience, and should not be afforded the same grace that free-to-play games get when they nickel and dime their player base. Firstly, Marathon has a premium battle pass that costs 1,000 Lux, which is about $9.99. The concept of placing content behind a paid pass that players have to grind through was a masterstroke of gaming monetization because the developers collect revenue at the initial purchase and then players have to keep playing to receive the reward, boosting the game's metrics and keeping the player invested in the experience with the hope that they will spend more money down the line. It also creates doubt in the minds of players who haven't purchased the pass, as they feel like their grinding isn't as effective if they don't own the premium pass, i.e., they're wasting hours that could be spent grinding the pass. In fairness to Bungie, Marathon allows you to purchase old passes and they don't expire, so the game doesn't leverage fear of missing out, or FOMO, as many other games do. Let's stop for a second. I know you're trying to breathe and finish eating. I see you. I see you in my little thing over here. Another game that does this is Halo Infinite. If you ever played Halo Infinite's multiplayer, any battle pass you buy sticks with you. So if you don't finish it, you don't have to worry about it. You can come back and replay it. Like, that's a good idea for Marathon.
That's solid.
It's a great idea for Marathon. I haven't touched it yet. I don't know if I'm going to, especially after reading some of this. Like, I don't have time for live service games.
Yeah.
So,
I haven't even heard about it, so
Marathon?
I don't know where I've been.
It's been kind of on the radar, just not on the radar. Let's dive.
It's not on my radar.
Yeah, it's not on your radar. I don't know if you'd handle it.
I don't know. Maybe.
That being said, other games like Apex Legends allow you to earn enough virtual currency by grinding the current battle pass that you will be able to buy the next premium battle pass essentially for free. Marathon does not offer Lux as a premium pass reward. The rewards in Marathon's first premium pass are actually fairly poor. It contains a single skin for one character, Vandal, and I can't imagine the rest of the pass, which is primarily one-use charms and stickers, will move the needle for non-Vandal players. These charms and stickers are cosmetics that can only be applied to a single gun before they disappear. Bungie is no stranger to one-time purchase cosmetics. They were similarly unpopular in Destiny 2, but the studio has clearly not learned its lesson. However, the most egregious monetization tactic employed by Marathon is its pricing. You can purchase 1,100 Lux for $9.99, and the next denomination up from that is 2,250 Lux for $19.99. How much do you think the skins cost? That's right, 1,120, leaving you 20 Lux shy of buying a cosmetic. If you want to purchase a skin, you'll need to purchase the lowest denomination, $4.99, for 500 Lux. The exploitation is blatant and insulting. The reception around Marathon
I'm
is
going to say
positive.
really quick, That
Yeah.
shit drives me knucking fucks.
Oh,
And it's everywhere. I'm like, I only need 20. I don't want an extra 500. Shit drives me
yeah. I have a
insane.
few game like Skull and Bones is definitely like that.
Why do you hate me? Why?
I don't know.
Why?
Diablo's like that. Like Diablo just released their newest Diablo 4 just released its newest season, and it's the season of Slaughter, and they brought Doom skins, like the Doom Slayer skins for everybody. It's $50 to get all the skins for everybody. If not, it's 2,800. That's like $20. Like I did the math. I have to spend $100 to be able to get all the cosmetics for Doom if I want it. I'm a Doom guy. I'm a collector. Like I want it. I want all the cool shit. And I was telling my buddies, I don't think I can justify $100 for this. Like the point where people are trying, if these companies keep trying to take my money like this, I'm just gonna stop playing them.
They're shooting themselves in the foot.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's how a lot of people are going to be.
Yeah. Let's finish this out. It's almost done. The reception around Marathon is positive, with the game boasting a strong user review score on Steam. However, just because everyone's enjoying blasting players on the dire marshes doesn't mean we shouldn't call out for Bungie for its unethical practices. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I think we should be calling out all these companies for its unethical practices. It's
Repeat
just,
the last 5 words you said.
oh Jesus. We should call out every company for its unethical practices.
Gotcha. Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So I got another article, and this is about PlayStation. Now, did everything freeze up on me?
I don't know.
Oh no. There she goes. Okay.
Oh my god.
All right. All right. All right. All right. Chill. So hang with me. Hang with me. So everybody is unethical. That's what we've learned. Speaking of unethical, Sony has been putting their games out on Steam for quite a while. Granted,
Right.
they haven't been day and date, but I bought God of War on Steam and everything, and it's great. But this next article goes into something that's going to lead into our other stories, because this is why I think they're doing what they're doing. Let's come in. This is at Dexerto.com by Cande Maldonado. Bro, I'm sorry if I butchered your name. But this was published March 4th, 2026. Sony is done putting big PlayStation games on PC. After years of staggered ports, Sony has quietly decided its major single player exclusives stay on PlayStation. Rumors had been building since late February when reporter Jason Schreier said Sony appeared comfortable releasing live service titles across platforms, but was actively stepping back from bringing traditional single player exclusives to PC. He made it clear this was not speculation. Sometimes topics come up on the show before I'm quite ready to publish a story about them, he said. More to come soon. Days later, the full Bloomberg report arrived, and the picture it painted was stark. Sony confirms PlayStation exclusives are staying exclusive. Bloomberg then confirmed the story in full. According to Schreier's reporting, Sony scrapped plans to bring Ghost of Yotai and the other first party titles to PC. The Samurai follow up to Ghost of Tsushima will no longer get a PC release. The same applies to the upcoming game Saros. Online titles like Marathon and Marvel Token will still release across multiple platforms. Two externally developed titles Sony publishes, Death Stranding 2 and Kenya Scars of Casamara, are also still on track for PC this year, but the first party story driven games stay on PlayStation. According to Bloomberg, some within the company have grown concerned that PC ports were undermining the PlayStation brand and hurting hardware sales, while several recent ports had also underperformed commercially. The numbers back that up. Sony disclosed that the first party games generated 2.37 billion on non-PlayStation platforms across nearly 4 years, which sounds like real money until you hold it up against the 31.7 billion its game and network services division pulled in during 2024 alone. Over that stretch, the PC porting strategy accounts for somewhere between 1% and 2% of Sony's total gaming revenue. Now, there isn't anything else here. But I have a theory on this. And I really think that if Sony had released their games day and date, they would have sold a lot better than if they sold a game 4 or 5 years after it launches.
Repeat that.
Their games that they have brought out have come out years after they release on PC or on console. So if they brought God of War to PC, it came out years after it was already on Xbox or on Xbox, but on PlayStation.
Okay, now I'm on the same page.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was confused there for a hot second. I was like, "What do you mean?" Okay.
I feel that if PlayStation had released their games day and date on PC, they would have sold just as well, if not as better than anything else. Because the one game that they sold that outperformed the console versions was Helldivers 2, and it came day and date. That's why they think, oh, only the live service ones are going to succeed. No. The other reasoning why is because Xbox is releasing a new console and Valve is releasing their Steam machine. And I don't think Sony wants anybody else to play their games on anything that is not a PlayStation.
How ethical.
And you know what? It means they're not getting my money.
Darn.
I'm not going to spend $1,000 on their next console.
No.
I haven't even spent $700 on their current one. I can
That's
play.
what I don't.
I just go for it.
Why would you do that to yourself?
I don't know.
Why would I'm gonna make this so it's strictly exclusive to these people and not make any more money off of that?
Yeah. I mean, Xbox, I think, is doing the right thing. They're like, let's release our games everywhere. And if they lose money selling it on another console, they're still gaining money in the long run. Like, who the hell cares? It just baffles me.
As you were reading that, I'm like, so you don't want to make more money because you just want to keep yourself in your own little box.
$2.4 billion or 2 point whatever is still a lot of money. Like,
I mean,
yes, make your hardware, sell it on your hardware. But if you have other avenues for people to play these, maybe they will buy your console later on down the line. But you're still leaving $2 billion on the table.
I just don't get it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't understand. But to each their own, I guess. If you want to stay on your little box in your little corner.
In their little island. But this is why. This is at GameSpot. This is by Blair Marnell on March 5th, 2026. Xbox's next console, Project Helix, officially plays PC and Xbox games. The rumor about PC and Xbox games being playable on the next system have been confirmed. Microsoft Gaming's new CEO, Asha Sharma, has only been on the job for a short period of time, but she's already made the next big announcement. The next Xbox console is codenamed Project Helix, and it's going to play both Xbox and PC games. Sharma shared the news on social media and added the Project Helix is part of of Team Xbox's commitment to the return of Xbox. A video released by Xbox Showcase the Project Helix logo and what may be the system's boot up noise. I don't think I have sound on this. Let me see if I can fix that for a second because I really dig the sound. Oh, I did have it. Oh, I should have kept it. Whoops. I dig that. That sounded so good.
I think the reason why you had the sound off was because it causes me to echo afterwards.
Sometimes, yeah.
So just keep that in mind. I don't know how
Yep.
you change it.
I got it. I just go in here, hit the mute button. Late last year, former Xbox president Sarah Bond confirmed that the next generation Xbox is in development. She also touted Microsoft's partnership with AMD to make it a reality. This was shortly after Microsoft denied it was exiting the gaming hardware business. Bond went on to describe the new console as a high-end machine with a curated experience. Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella also previously hinted that the new Xbox would function more like a PC. We built a console because we wanted to build a better PC, which would then perform for gaming, said Nadella. So I kind of want to revisit some of the conventional wisdom, but at the end of the day, console has an experience that is unparalleled. Given the stated capabilities of Project Helix, it potentially adds another layer to Sony's reported decision to pull back from releasing single-player PlayStation exclusive titles on PC. Project Helix's ability to play PC games also pits it directly against Valve's Steam machine, which is still expected to release this year. The ongoing memory shortage crisis may complicate Microsoft's ability to assemble the next gen system, as not even Valve has been immune from production delays related to that. This announcement comes at a critical moment for Xbox following the surprising departure of Bond and the retirement of former Microsoft gaming CEO Phil Spencer. With several of Xbox's top franchises already heading to PS5, it may be an uphill battle to convince players to buy a new Xbox console. However, Sharma has hinted at the willingness to focus on Xbox exclusives. That's great. Because here's the thing. If Sony says, hey, I don't want to put my shit over there, and Microsoft is saying, we want everything to be able to be playable here, then maybe we'll make our games stay here as well. I think that's a good idea. Because if you guys don't want to play ball, then fine, so be it. Because I'm really excited for this.
I mean,
Obviously,
I am kind of worried about the whole like storage and RAM ordeal. Granted, that's not really anything I need to worry
I was gonna
about, but
say I
like,
don't think that's something you personally need to worry about, is it?
well, unless that's what they're trying to work through with like actually building the consoles, but
Mm.
like what's it gonna mean for like if you need to get an external hard drive?
Hopefully, you already have one. If you do,
I do, but it's a 2 terabyte. Granted, I don't need a whole lot of storage anyways.
mm-hmm. Well, long story short, today is March 11th. The GDC is happening, the Game Developers Convention, and Microsoft is there. This is from everythingnerd.com. New Xbox Project Helix is the future of gaming and PC. This is by who is this by? Does it even say? I don't even see a name on this. Hello, buddy. I don't see a author. Filed under featured video games Xbox, whatever. At Game Developers Conference GDC 2026, Microsoft revealed new details about Project Helix, the company's next-gen Xbox platform designed to merge console and PC gaming into one ecosystem. The upcoming hardware represents a major shift in Xbox's strategy, focusing on performance, cross-platform compatibility, and a unified development environment across Xbox and Windows PCs. Early development hardware will reach studios in 2027, with a likely consumer launch window around 2028 or 2029. So, right there, you don't have to worry about it now. You got 2 to 3 years before this is even it comes into existence, which is part of the reason why I started playing Elite Dangerous on my handheld again, because I was going to wait until the next console comes out. Not happening anytime soon. Let's continue. What is Project Helix? Project Helix is Microsoft's next generation Xbox console platform designed to play both Xbox console games and PC games natively. According to Xbox VP of Next Gen, Jason Ronald, the system is focused on delivering the most flexible gaming experience Xbox has ever created. Project Helix is designed to play your Xbox console and PC games, delivering high-end performance and providing the ultimate player-first experience. Microsoft confirmed that alpha development kits will be sent to developers starting in 2027, giving studios time to prepare games for the next hardware generation. This hybrid console PC approach continues Microsoft's strategy of unifying its gaming ecosystem across devices. I actually really hope they stick with this new logo. I really dig it. It is pretty nice. Next-gen hardware powered by AMD. At the core of the Project Helix is a custom AMD-based system-on-chip co-designed with Microsoft. Key technologies expected to power the platform include custom AMD software-on-chip architecture, AMD FSR next upscaling technology, support for next generation of DirectX, deep texture compression for faster asset streaming, major improvements in ray tracing and path tracing performance. These technologies aim to deliver a major generational leap in graphical fidelity while maintaining strong performance across both console and PC game builds. Xbox and Windows are becoming one gaming platform. One of the biggest themes at GDC was Microsoft's effort to fully connect Xbox hardware and Windows PCs. Project Helix will allow developers to build games that run across both platforms with minimal changes, using a unified development environment and shared technologies like DirectX and Direct Storage. This approach also supports the growing Xbox Play Anywhere ecosystem, which already includes thousands of games that can run across Xbox and PC using a single purchase. For players, the goal is simple: buy a game once and play it anywhere. I'm a big fan of Xbox Play Anywhere. I really am.
Yeah. I mean, I can't really relate, but it seems very beneficial to somebody like yourself.
Because I'm tired of buying games across multiple systems. And my wife even said that. Because I told her about how the next console is supposed to be more PC-like. She's like, "Oh, that'd be great for you. So you're not buying multiple copies of games. I know how much you hate that." I'm like, "Yes." So I'm hoping this is like the device, because I love my ROG Ally X. I've been playing a lot of games that are play anywhere, such as Loop Hero, Balatro, Redfall, and it's great because I've been unlocking achievements wherever I'm at.
What was the first one you said?
Loop Hero.
What even is that?
It's kind of like a an idle game without really being idle. Take a look. It's actually really worth a shot. It's on Game Pass, so if you're interested, guys, like Loop Hero is fantastic. But if we look at this picture on the spotlight here, I don't know if you guys can see my mouse, but it looks like they're focusing on build for Xbox on PC, and then it will go to the handheld. They have a little handheld in the top there, the console on the middle, and cloud on the very end. So most games will be designed for PC, but will be able to run on the console, it looks like.
Right.
Windows 11 Xbox mode brings console experience to PC. Alongside the Helix announcement, Microsoft also revealed a major update for PC gaming, Xbox mode on Windows 11. This new full-screen gaming interface transformed any Windows PC into a console-style experience, launching directly into a controller-friendly interface optimized for gaming. Key features include a full-screen Xbox interface for Windows 11, controller-first navigation similar to console dashboard, faster game launches, and optimized performance, integration with multiple PC game libraries. The feature will begin rolling out to Windows PCs starting April 2026. This move shows Microsoft's long-term vision, Windows itself becoming part of the Xbox platform. And I think that is it. Does it say who wrote this? Because I don't want to. Oh. I guess there's more. New developer technologies announced at GDC. Microsoft also announced new tools designed to help developers optimize games across Xbox and PC hardware. One of the most notable updates is advanced shader delivery, a technology that distributes pre-compiled shaders so games can load faster and avoid stuttering during gameplay. Additional improvements include DirectX performance updates, expanded direct storage support, new debugging tools for graphic developers. These tools are intended to make it easier to develop games that run seamlessly across both platforms. And Xbox's 25th anniversary will bring back classic games. This I'm excited about. Later in 2026, Xbox will celebrate its 25th anniversary, and Microsoft plans to release classic games from the past in entirely new ways. According to Jason Ronald, the Xbox game preservation team is preparing to bring iconic titles back with modern improvements and broader accessibility. These efforts are part of Microsoft's larger push to ensure that the Xbox library remains playable across future platforms. Okay, what game are you hoping that they bring? I want Fable improvements.
That's the only one I can even think of, because even when I played like the OG Xbox,
Mhm.
that's all I played
Mhm.
was Fable and The Sims.
Mhm.
Honestly, if I could have The Sims like mechanics, like the OG Sims on the OG Xbox, the mechanics on that game were so much better. And nobody can change my mind on that. It's like if I try to play The Sims 4 on the Xbox,
Mhm.
maybe I'm just old, maybe I'm just stupid. I don't know.
I mean, you do have
But
a little blonde right here.
but it's one of those, like, I can't function with how that game runs on the Xbox,
Mm.
on The Sims 4. Ooh, ooh. Ty the Tasmanian Tiger.
Oh, I don't think I ever
Oh
played
my
that one.
gosh. And what was the snowboarding one?
I don't
Like,
Shredders.
mm,
I can't remember. You look it up. I'll finish this. Project Helix's release window. While Microsoft has not announced an official launch date, the development timeline gives a clear hint. Developer alpha hardware in 2027, full console reveal likely after developer feedback, expected consumer launch around 2028-2029. This timeline positions Project Helix to compete with the next generation of gaming hardware expected later this year or later this decade. What Project Helix could mean for gaming if Microsoft plan succeeds. Project Helix could redefine the Xbox platform with one ecosystem across console and PC, unified development tools for studios, greater access to games across devices, in the future where Xbox is both hardware and platform. With the combination of Helix hardware, Microsoft or Windows 11 Xbox mode, and expanding cross-platform tools, Microsoft is clearly building towards a future where the lines between PC and console gaming are likely to disappear. There it is.
Amped.
This is Oltan Kenny, the CEO, creator and founder of Everything Xbox and Everything Nerd.
Interesting.
Sweet. I knew I'd find the guy here somewhere.
It was Amped, but there's another one that I played.
I mean, there was a few of them back in the day, and I can't remember the names. What'd you do? What's this? Who did this? Did I do that? I did that. My bad.
I don't even know what you're doing. I'm trying to find something. Get it together.
I got it together. We're back.
Yeah, there was Amped, but there was another one that I had that had 2 discs.
No idea.
I still have it. It's just in a tote box in the living room, and I don't want to get up. And I'm not getting anything from Google. So yeah, there was Amped and there was SSX.
Oh yeah, SSX.
That was what I was thinking of.
That's what I was thinking of. I just couldn't remember the name.
Why are you giving me Barbie? I don't like it. It's like a roller skating and whoops. Jet Set Radio Future.
Didn't they re-release that?
I don't know.
I could have swore that they re-released that.
I
could have swore that they re-released or remade a Jet Set Radio.
I don't know. But yep, that one was pretty solid. Even though I had no idea what I was doing half the time. But yeah, the only games like to be remade from like OG Xbox that I would want is Fable.
I would like maybe some of the older Star Wars games, like Knights of the Old Republic, to be fixed to a degree.
See, that's the other thing. I didn't really start like gaming until like the 360, other than Fable, Sims, and the Tasmanian Tiger.
Mm-hmm. I played things like Metal Arms, which is great. Time Splitters 1 and 2, the Tomb Raider games. Like, there was a bunch. Dead or Alive, I remember, was Dead or Alive beach volleyball was fantastic. They had a cheat code for topless mode. Come on.
I'm so surprised.
I was in middle school going into high school around that time. Of course, I knew about that.
So surprised.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just thought of another one.
Yeah.
You said Star Wars and then...
I did say Star Wars.
It's gone. The thought is gone.
You tried. Great try.
It's gonna bug me though.
You'll remember it for the next time we get to this, because
I remember at like 2 o'clock in the morning when I'm half asleep.
Oh yeah, I mean, you can always text me. That's fine.
Well, duh. How else am I gonna remember?
I mean, we've been doing a very bad job of doing this weekly, but the last few weeks we've gotten like 4 or 5 feet of snow here. It
No.
has just melted, nearly all of it. It's
Oh, thank
crazy.
God.
It's been like
Um,
50s and 60s the last few
it
days.
was 85 today,
Jesus.
and allegedly it's supposed to be 30 degrees tomorrow with snow.
It's still 55 degrees outside right now. It's just, and it's supposed to. What is this? It's
My
supposed to
phone
rain.
says, nope, go back. Wet and not as warm tomorrow,
Mm.
but it's 77.
Yeah, the weather really has kicked our asses up here. I've been sick. Being out of work kind of left me depressed. So, for those of you that have been waiting around or watching this, we appreciate you guys. We wish we were on a more normal cadence, but unfortunately, life gets in the way sometimes.
It do be like that.
Which is why, like, most of my news stories were from last week. Like, I had other news stories to go into, but at that point, they have just become irrelevant. Because
Yeah.
if you don't know about them now, then there's no point saying anything about them. But these were the few recent ones. So, Marathon microtransactioning the shit out of its players. Highguard shutting down. Sony pulling its PlayStation titles from PC because they're saying that they don't sell, and I don't think that's the case. I think that's the excuse for them being scared that their games will be able to be played on all of its competitors here soon.
Yeah.
Because let's
then
face it,
you don't have to buy a console.
it's getting to be that way now, anyways.
Yeah.
Like, consoles are just convenient. I'm always gonna have a console. The next Xbox, I'm getting day one, and it's just for the fact that I want to sit in front of my TV and play my games. The fact that it will play my computer games, a solid. But it doesn't mean that I'm not going to have a PC still, or I'm getting a Steam machine when it later releases this month. Like, I will
See,
still have other things.
that's where I'm stuck. Because, like, I don't want to be behind on a generation of Xbox again. I
Mm-hmm.
went through it long enough between Xbox One and Series X.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, like, getting the Steam machine
Mm-hmm.
seems so appealing to me, but I don't want to be that girl, but I have to be that girl that's like, oh my gosh, I got this whole setup just to literally play The Sims or Stardew Valley. I legit just want to play Stardew Valley in like a PC form, but
I
tiny
don't.
Glade
I was gonna say I
is what
don't
I
think
want.
it's a bad idea because I mean it's a small form factor. You have access to the Valve library or on Steam. Like, they have sales out the ass for everything.
All
You
the
can pick
time.
up the Sims Legacy Collection, like the first Sims with all the DLC for $20.
So I don't
You
even know if
can,
I would put in a lot of work on The Sims, but there's the game Tiny Glade that's been out.
oh yeah, I've seen that
I
one.
need it. Like, my inner cottagecore woman in me needs it. And I'm like, that's why I can't justify spending thousands of dollars on a PC for Stardew Valley and Tiny Glade.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, what was the point? But then, no, the Steam machine's like, oh, hey, by the way, you can do the thing a lot cheaper. Like, and I don't have to know all these little components about having a PC because that's
Mm-hmm.
not. We
See,
know enough people that I could get enough help with it. I just don't. I don't want to be a bother.
I I I I would be ecstatic if you asked me to help you with it.
I know,
Because
but
here's the thing.
I don't want to burden you because that's the kind of
I'm
person I
looking at
am.
my Steam library right now for how many games I have on Steam. I have 704 games on Steam. 704. That's not including the 600 plus games I have on my Xbox.
Yeah.
Granted, there's a lot of like overlap because I bought multiple copies of shit, but there are still games I would rather play on like a traditional PC, such as like SimCity or my
Mm-hmm.
Anno games, the city builders, the things I like to play with a mouse and keyboard. My strategy games, like those, that's what the Steam machine is here for.
I feel like that was one thing about what was the one Anno one that I played for like an hour.
1800.
Yeah. I know I would have thoroughly enjoyed it more on a PC.
Mm-hmm. I have all of them. I don't have all the DLC for 1800 because they didn't release all the DLC on the Xbox, which is a damn shame because being able to play that on my 75-inch is beautiful.
Oh, I'm
Playing
sure.
the Roman one though, I'm hoping because they released it day and date instead of a year or two after its release, like they did with 1800, that they release all the DLC
Mhm.
like they should. Um, but that's the
Oh,
thing.
and
Like,
to play Stardew Valley with mods.
yes,
Oh,
you'd be able to do that.
that sounds so nice.
And that's the thing. Like, I could do that on my handheld right now if I wanted to.
But I don't want mouse and keyboard. Like,
You want mouse and keyboard?
yeah.
Yeah, get mouse and keyboard. With the next Xbox being a PC hybrid, I guarantee you it's going to have native Xbox or native mouse and keyboard support. So I plan on getting like a good setup for mouse and keyboard for my chair.
Well, you let me know how that goes.
Oh, I will.
Because I'm definitely going to try and stay upgraded with Xbox, but
They're the ones I will fork the money out for right away. The
yeah.
Steam machine will be my next major purchase, but that's because it will hold me over until the Xbox comes out. I do want to get like the VR headset with it because I want to play Skyrim and Fallout VR, which I've heard are terrible, but guess what? Doesn't matter. Bethesda games are janky as shit regardless.
That's
So
what you.
I know what I'm getting into here.
If you expect a Bethesda game to actually run smoothly, you must be new here.
Yeah, exactly. Which is
I
why
don't
I'm
know much,
laughing.
but I know enough.
Which is why I'm laughing at all these Nintendo people that want to play Fallout 4 or Skyrim on their on the Switch. I'm like, it runs terribly on a high-end PC, let alone a Switch. Like, what are you guys thinking?
You must be new here.
Yeah.
Welcome. Take a seat on the couch.
Yeah.
6 black guys will roll in here in just a minute. You're gonna have the time of your life.
Sign this NDA for us.
Mm-hmm.
Or this waiver.
Shame.
Yeah, exactly. I know what I'm getting into. That's why I want the headset. Like I have the MetaQuest 3S, but the Steam VR is supposed to work really well and connect without extra layers that I would need to work the MetaQuest with my PC to get things to run. And that's what I want. I want a seamless experience. I already have a Steam Deck. Like give me the whole shebang. That's what I want.
How do you spell Clefairy?
Clefairy.
Wrong.
How am I wrong?
I don't know.
If you typed it into Google, of course it's gonna say it's wrong. It's a fucking Pokemon.
Because it's Clefable, because I'm stupid.
Oh, that's right, Clefable. No, there's a Clefairy.
Yes, but... There we go. Discord does the Poke Catch.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not about that.
That's all I care about.
That was another thing that Nintendo just did, is they released a Fire Red and Leaf Green on the Switch. They just ported it over.
Oh,
But I don't want to pay $20 or $30 for a game I played a decade ago. I shouldn't have to. Give it to me for $5. Do you know how much it will sell for $5? Everybody will buy it. Everybody.
mm-hmm. Crazy.
That's not like they did a lot of work. Like, come on, guys.
Who'da thunk?
Nintendo. If anybody's a greedy fucking company, it's that company.
You don't say.
Mm-hmm. Which is crazy because Jordan says that she wants her own Switch now, and I'm like, I get it. We'll get you your own Switch. You can have your own Switch. But I'm gonna get a new Switch too. So if you're gonna get a new Switch when we get a new Switch, then I'm getting one, and we'll both play Stardew Valley.
That's what I need in my life.
But it's because I want the new Pokemon games that are supposed to be coming out. I'm waiting for either a Switch 2 OLED or a Switch 2 Lite.
Yeah. I'm not buying it.
So we'll see. We will see. Well, I have the Switch 1 Lite, and like it has joystick drift. Like I've used it to hell. Like my wife has
The
basically
kids and
commandeered it. Like it's time.
sometimes it do be. But at
And I
least
still,
you know you got like your money's worth and it's
oh,
been
absolutely
used.
not. I never get my money's worth out of Nintendo products. They're only there for me for Pokemon. Like I don't play anything else on them.
But you have used it.
Oh yeah,
What
I
I'm
have used it.
saying.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been an hour in. This is our game over. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want to be on the show, please hit me up. DM the Giga Gamer Dad. We will figure out a time, place, where you want to be. You can find me on Discord, YouTube, Twitter, or anywhere else you can find us. Where can they find you? BP, DC, PTSD, Panda.
Instagram, Twitter, Xbox, Discord, YouTube.
You had to think.
Dying in my bed. That's where you can find me. So I took NyQuil halfway into this. It's starting to.
Oh, it's starting to hit.
Are you feeling it, Mr. Krabs?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for coming out. It's been quite a busy news week, despite the fact it was only like 3 different topics, but still enjoyed you guys. Thanks for coming out. Ciao.